Hey, gang, what's going on? Heather, how in the world are you? You have to unmute to tell
You
everybody.
had to ask me a question when I was busy typing. Your intro's not long enough. I have too many things I need to do before the intro's over, and next thing I know, we're on live. Anyway.
All right.
Hi.
Here you go. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead. There you go. Did it just for you.
That's terrible. That's terrible. You need to take that off. Just take that off. Lunatic. Oh, hey. Man. This is the most professional technology show on the planet. The most professional.
There you go.
Everyone
Absolutely.
should know this.
Hey, we tinker.
We do tinker. I want to say hello to some people before we bring our guest on.
Hey,
I want to click through here and say hello.
Mike, we got all crab shacks out there. Wait a minute. You're right there. All right. Never mind. Okay. Roy,
all
Jules.
Right. We are good. We are good.
Good. Zara. Good. Nice. There we go. Got all kinds of people. All right. Wonderful.
Learning to count.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. So now that we've gotten through the list of the folks who have joined us right on time, thank you, everybody. I want to say hello to our guest. I'm very excited to see this. This is going to be good.
Very exciting. Absolutely. Because I tell you, when watching this guy for a while, and I watched him when he first started, and I watched to where he is now and his studio, and hopefully that's what he's going to show us today, because I'm going to tell you what, it is the bomb. It really is pretty awesome. Can't wait to bring him on. This guy has been on our show before, talked to us about bots. He knows a lot about tech and things like that, so I thought it'd be very useful, and you guys can ask whatever you want. There you go. Oh, look at there. And there he is in the comment stream. Let's add him on. Chris Konkle, how are you, sir?
He wasn't ready. He needs a longer intro. He wasn't ready.
All right, hold on. Let me get that. I'll run it again.
I'm good. How's everybody? How are you guys?
Awesome.
Doing very well.
See everybody in the chat. Hello. Well, glad you're able to make it.
Absolutely, 100%. Hey, we always ask everybody. I'm going to do it first. I know some of our people have already, some of our community members have already done it, but I'm going to ask you these. Where are you from? Country, city, state, all that kind of stuff, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm from
Canada. Or where you are.
I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm in Canada. Nice. It's very far north in the country. It's about as far as it's a farthest northern city, big city in the country.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it's cold and the winters are long, right? And hey, Mark, what's up, man? Good to see you, me devil. But yeah, I come from the southeast in Toronto, and yeah, that's
awesome.
Quite different. So there's a lot of it's a lot more filmy type work. Out here is just construction and blue collar, like grunt work.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if you're out there in the audience, tell us where you're from. I know, like I said, most of them already did, but tell us where you're from, because it's kind of fun. That's one thing that's really cool about this and doing these kind of things is you get such a diverse group in different areas. There you go. Niagara Falls.
Right on. I was just in Niagara Falls this past summer to do a collaboration video with Car Galaxy Studios. Kevin.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about there? South Aussie. How about that?
Right on.
That's
a
good
one
far
from
away.
Mike. When you said Canadian the other day, I was afraid that it was me and I had missed the duo message. Hey Mike, we'd have you on the show anytime, buddy. Anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this is great though. Civilization.
Hey, Sammy, what's up, buddy?
Sammy Superstar.
Yeah, my new lens. Yeah, I'm gonna pick my new lens up tonight. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 85 millimeter Rokinon, the Cine lens should be cool.
Oh, there you go. From Houston, there you go.
Right.
This is awesome, fantastic. Well, good, Chris. Like I said, you started out when you first started. I think, as a matter of fact, when I first met you or saw you or whatever, you had started on OBS, and you've even moved into vMix and all this other stuff and everything. So, talk a little bit about that. Talk about the progression and growing and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of our viewers out there, they understand that, but it's also money can be a big part of that too. Did you? And I'm just going to ask you: do you make a gradual process? Is that the way you usually
gradually?
do it?
Yes. It's been in the making for the past almost 3 years now, right? Actually, I could say more than 3 years, because at first it was a thing that my son was interested in doing, was live streaming while he was gaming. And I had no idea, or plan to be on it to do it. Like I was saying before we started, I used to have stage fright, but I kind of got over that, obviously. But so I was just hooking up the tech for him, and we were running we ran like a piece of software called Fraps at first, and then we ran OBS.
Wow, I haven't heard of that in forever.
Yeah, right. And then I moved into, because I had a real beefy system, I moved into Streamlabs OBS, because then I can run all the overlays and use all their features and things like that. So I ran Streamlabs for probably my first 100 or so streams, and then the last 100 has been in vMix, but it's definitely learning at a gradual pace. One thing every time I stream, I try to do one thing, right? At least change something, right? I'm starting to run out.
That is right up my alley, though. That's what we do. Right? Tinker, right? We tinker. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's crazy the detail, the level of detail, like in technology that goes into it. Yeah. Financially.
But one of the big things, and I'll let you touch on this a little bit. One of the big things that I find is that you have to almost test it live. You know what I'm saying? Like during your shows to try things. And I know you tinker a lot of time on your shows, or, hey, this sound isn't working, or this mic isn't working, and things like that.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. Do you find that too? Is that you can do it practically? You know what I'm saying? Like just sitting there, but it's just not the same as when you go live.
I find it doesn't work. Like everything new that I add, I always am like, okay, I'm going to have to try this live, because you can never tell ever by yourself, but you can get the basic idea. Like if you're doing overlays and things like that, like here, let me give you an example. I'll find.
Yeah. Throw it up there.
Something that's, when I get a super chat, this would be something. Oh, I have to turn that volume on, I think. That one? No. It might not. Oh, it might have come through. Did it come through to you? Might have.
Didn't hear sound.
But anyways, it does have sound, but you get like something like that. You gotta try to make sure they can hear the sound, right? When you're live,
but how would you know that unless you're live? And
unless you're live,
we heard that exactly.
You could look at the audio levels, but like always looking at the audio levels, like right?
Instead of looking at it,
and I got all these overlays triggered on my Stream Deck.
That's a great point. Whatever. Who was that? That was just up there.
That was Mark said, and we tell Chris if it's not working. I know
that's right.
Having a good audience is key to live streaming.
Yeah, and
they become accustomed to it too, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of the guys too are live streamers that come, and we help each other, right? We do with other things. We're always critiquing each other, helping each other that way. So it's good to build up a team of guys, and only a few guys even, and it helps to troubleshoot. But yeah, the audience, just the general viewers are great, man. The guys have been with me for years now, and they come to all my streams, and they know the routine, right? I don't like go and tinker the whole stream. I'll put like maybe 10 minutes, and if it doesn't work, then okay, we'll move on to the subject, do something,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love it.
And then I'll try it the next stream. I'll tweak it off camera, and then I'll try it again next stream until it works. So
all right. So all that being said, first of all, it says right there, construction cronies. So obviously you do construction and tool stuff, and it's very unique. If you get a chance, look up Construction Cronies on YouTube. It's really cool. He's got some really cool videos. Now, some of you who don't even use a tool or know how to use a tool probably won't be that interested. But what's neat is like I said, his production and what he's done with it. And I don't know what you call it, but it's a physical table where you actually demo a piece of equipment or whatever. Yeah. And that was one of the coolest things, with a separate camera there and stuff. And hopefully we get to see some of that today. But I wanted you to show it off, because you've come such a long way. I really want to make sure that we get this out there. So there we go.
Here, there's my space. I had it lined up to show you the lighting that I'm using, because that's a diffusing blanket. Okay. And I'm using this as a flag. right? You know what a flag is, right?
Huh?
So yeah, it's kind
Oh,
of.
but wait.
I do, but maybe they don't.
Know. What's a flag?
So yeah, the flag is just it's keeping the light off of, like, the glare off of my face, and it's keeping the shadow from forming like over my hat to my face. If I when I'm back, you can probably see on the little monitor down there, actually, when my hat's down, I get a shadow, but I can just tip it up a little bit and I get no shadows on my face, right? And that's because of the flag. But yeah, it's controlling the light, guiding the light. And there's various ways to do it. Like, I have some professional stuff that I want to get through Amazon. You could get 2 grip stands and a set of flags you can set yourself up for $400 Canadian. So that's a cheap set, but yeah, this is a sheet, literally a sheet, and then a diffusing blanket that I ordered.
That's a cheap set. Everybody just kind of sweating right now. Everybody's sweating. Everybody's sweating. That was cheap.
But like you said, there's ways to do it without the professional stuff. Like you said, a sheet. So
the lights themselves are construction LED lights.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at
that is what my husband wanted me to get. He's
so
on this video right now.
All the diffusion is with the blanket.
That's so cool. So cool.
And so this black thing hanging down right there, that's what you call the flag.
The sheet here, yeah, that's the flag. Yep.
Okay, just so everybody understood. Okay.
That's so awesome. I love it.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Right?
It really is.
All right.
Behind me, I got the ground light.
Oh, yeah. The light behind. Yeah.
And then my aperture MC light back there. Another one down here. And then an LED strip underneath the shelving there.
Wow.
But yeah, let me get over to the other set, and I have.
So wait a minute. What's that? What's your camera? Which camera do you use? Just curious.
This I use the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, 4K. And that's a Sigma 18-35
lens.
Yeah. Metabones speed booster.
And you did not have that. You did not have that originally.
When I started. No,
not originally. I remember.
I worked piecework. I did 9 months. It took me to save up. I worked around the clock to save up for that camera.
That's crazy. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Now we're gonna move on. Here's that table that I was talking about, or whatever.
So I have a whiteboard there, and I also have a craft mat. So the craft mat is for doing like tool cleanings or tool demos or unboxings. The whiteboard is for actually drawing diagrams and helping with lessons, like a chalkboard, a teacher and a chalkboard.
Yeah.
I got the second microphone there. That's the AT2020, right. And another laptop back there so I can read the chat. And then that's
so cool.
To light it is that's a newer light. The long one there.
Yeah.
I can turn it either way, but it's got diffusion built in. And then I have this little, if I can get it, where are we? That little pixel up there to help when
light?
To
light up the green screen.
Yeah, it helps me light the green screen and the backside when I'm over here. But yeah, there's the green screen.
Wow.
But yeah, and then like sandbags, right? Sandbaggers, stands. You see like sandbags over there and wires and whatnot.
Love it.
Wires.
And you have two computers though, right? 2 computers?
Yep. So they're both gaming computers, but there's that one. That's a custom built. This is the Alienware. And I just want to run one 4K monitor and one 1080, and that's it. 2 monitors is good. I try more and it gets confusing, but I can I play music and stuff off my phone into my mixer, but it's because it's they're mono inputs. I have to use 2 channels to run stereo. But yeah. Also, these are the Piley the noise canceling things I just added both to the computer. Oh, right. Okay. The ground loop isolators.
That's crazy.
Geez, I'm trying to think. Okay, so then.
No, that's good though. This is great because you have a Stream Deck. I see you have a Stream Deck.
Yeah, the Stream Deck. That purple machine there is the KVM switch. So I can.
It's a what switch?
It's a KVM switch. So what that does is allows me to use one keyboard and mouse and monitor for 2 computers.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so switch. I hit Control twice, one for one computer, control 2 for the other. I can run up to 3 systems with that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see I got the camera facing down on the whiteboard back there. That's a Brio. That's just a Logitech Brio.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
That is awesome.
But if you upgrade one day to a couple A6400s, or something, then I would replace this one I'm on, which is the 120, and that one down there, which is the Brio with 6400s or something, right? I think that's probably.
That is awesome. That is really awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some great
thanks for doing it. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, we got some great comments. Let's bring up some of those comments so you can reply to them and talk to them a little bit. So
absolutely.
So
One second here. You got to quit scrolling. Very exciting to see your setup. Very amazing.
Nice. Thank
wow.
you guys.
Love the color of the walls too. That's pretty cool. Now, is the one behind you purple, or is it just the lighting hitting it?
It's sort of is. But this is like Benjamin Moore colors. The lighting makes it look like, look at the color, but the lighting is gelled up, right? I got a red, one red on, or no, sorry, it's like I want to say red, but it's a very translucent red, and then
like a pinkish almost
like a pink, right?
Yeah.
That's the word. And then I have a soft purple on the one behind me.
Wow.
And then this light is set to like the hue saturation, right? The 291 degrees for like a pinky purple.
That's wild.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever you say.
And then
whatever you say, man, you're the boss.
So what color is the actual wall? If you were to turn all the lights on, what color is the actual wall?
I forget the name of the color.
I know, but is it like
a really dark purple? Really
okay,
deep.
dark purple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And that's like a theater type of red.
Right.
I like this from Mert. She says, now I don't feel so badly about all my wires.
Wires.
And Mark wants you to do a tour on your channel now because
yeah. Once in a while, I'll zoom into this one thing or something, but a full tour. I do plan to do a full studio tour for my channel because of the setup, but I'm still waiting on a couple more parts.
That's all right. Andrew is laughing at your electric bill. So.
Yeah. Well,
I broke my hip just watching all the wires.
Yeah. You guys are very welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. That's super nice.
What I like about it though is that so if you were to piecemeal this and do this just gradually over time, what you can see is some of the options. Like I said, you got a full-blown studio, and what's nice about this is you can see the elements in the different parts.
Yes.
Yeah, nice setup. Yeah, everybody's giving you some compliments. Yeah,
we're gonna. They're calling it eggplant-ish. Yeah.
Eggplant.
Okay, so Mark has a question about your Stream Deck. So after you answer that question, we'll come back.
Yeah. Stream Deck is great. Actually, this is how I this is how I run my sound effects off of here. I run let me see here. This won't be copyright or anything like that.
Okay.
Baby. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we heard it.
Yes.
Right. So I just have all my sound effect buttons here, and then I have my overlays, and you have to program shortcuts in vMix to run your shortcuts and things. If I did
as long as they allow that's the thing, because StreamYard hasn't given us shortcuts yet, and that's why I've been wanting.
Yeah,
but that's fantastic though. Yeah, Eileen says very cool. It is very cool. It's pretty awesome.
Different overlay.
There you go. Yeah. The little overlay.
Let's show that.
I
didn't get to see it. Sorry.
There you go. So
there it is. That's so cool.
That's also one of the things that I have after my intro. Oh shit! Oh, sorry. I pressed it again by accident. So
that's all good.
I have like a sequence program. So after my countdown timer ends, then my intro automatically plays, and then when it sets to this scene, then we
got to get a super chat here. 9:23. There you go. It's the date 9:23. We always get one on. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's awesome, Jim. Yeah, right on. You can say the S word in Canada, yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a really interesting piece of software. The vMix. It would be if I could prioritize things into like software camera for audio, I would go audio, video, software. Like then upgrade to vMix last. I would definitely buy audio. Would be the first thing I would do.
Great suggestion. And I don't care who you ask, especially the more professional you get and things like that. And I know John Brown, who was out there watching a little while ago, he was in radio, and he always said this too. He says, it doesn't matter. Your video can mess up, but if your sound messes up and your message is not getting across with what you say, that is so much, like you said, the most important thing. So I mean, it does. It affects everything else. So yeah. So that's why. So that's why I start a lot of my shows with forgetting the sound. So it really does no good. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I do though.
As you said, that's what the professionals care about the most. Yes,
that's right.
Well, it's true though, because it's interesting seeing what you're showing there in your setup, because I've been doing this for a long time, but my setup was always to show my desk, where you have that secondary part there for whatever you're working on the whiteboard or whatever. That's always been my focus. But then I do things like this where the desk never even gets seen. So you have to have this kind of dual setup, and it's kind of frustrating with lighting and all that. I mean, people commenting about all the wires and all the stuff that you got going on there. But if you don't have that, then that camera's view is not going to be enjoyable. And then of course the sound
yeah.
Thank you so much,
Look
Rob.
at Roz.
That's awesome. Oh.
Wow.
Bombs, yeah.
Love that international dating.
I know, Australian money. That was awesome. So that probably was the same price. No, I don't know what the conversion is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
But so
thank you, Roz. That was very
very much.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
so the sound thing is interesting to me, because almost every single person talks about getting that type of microphone, like you guys are, both of you use hand microphone. But with what I do, I could never do that. I used to have a studio that was in the basement, and the folks above me, which was every single person in my house, would walk on the floor, and that floor is what I had my camera mounted to, and I would have my microphone mounted to. So I mean, you got to think about these crazy things. But anyway,
that's a valid point. I mean, seriously, point. You have to think about your outside resources or just surroundings of what's going on. So that becomes a necessary evil as well. Even like in the last game show that I did last week, my son's over here doing games on his computer, which is right next to me, and everybody heard it. But it's a game show. I'm having fun. Whatever. You hear it, you hear it. But but you have to have that. Think of the surroundings.
Yeah, you just have to be aware of what your setup is like. I think that's why it's good to see, something like you're doing, Chris, and being able to show us the behind the scenes of. I loved that you had a light behind you that's sitting on like a plastic tub, like a box.
Yeah. Right.
I love that, because if I could show you mine is clamped to a TV tray.
Yeah.
One of her son's legs is clamped to one of her son's legs.
There.
He's holding it up for the show.
Tray, yeah, exactly. You move the TV tray, I've got no light on the screen. So yeah, I love it. I love that you had to lift it up a little bit, and you just did it.
I needed it up a little bit higher just because that's how it catches this. Microphone. Just a little detail, but was and it's down like 6 inches. It gives a little shadow behind the thing too. So
see, there you go. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Even a sheet hanging down, as as I'm blocking my lights right now. Even a sheet hanging down, which is
like where I want it to go, and it's on the back wall down here. Right, that's where I want it to ultimately go, and I want it to light my face. That's this, right? I don't use it really to light anything else. I have other stuff for that, but it's it's pretty cool. And you're right, like having different spaces is really hard to have, because especially when you're in a family home, it's really tough. So we're building a brand new studio. Actually, we bought this house 2 years ago, and it has a 2-car garage, so it's about 400 square feet. And I was like, hey, that's it. That's going to be my studio, the garage. And we're done the framing and stuff. We're just, we're just got to wire it up and insulate it and winterize it. It's going to be pretty cool.
So but it was perfect. Sammy had asked that question about your new studio, so that was perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to build 4x8 theater flats, and I'm going to create the same sort of set you see here, but the desk will be on casters. So everything will be movable in there, right? So it'll be all on wheels and flats, right? I'm not going to be painting the walls. It'll be like all the walls and floor, everything will be black, right? So I'm going to build flats to recreate this sort of set for one of my sets.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's live theater in me. I need to have changeable sets. I'm even eyeing up a lighting board that I can program lighting sequences into.
There you go. That's crazy. Yeah. So it'd be like a concert, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
That excites the pants off of me. I've just got to tell you. I mean, it's good. We're only above.
Yeah.
And I should have too also maybe split another category into that, because sound then lighting is actually a good segue, because you can take a not so good camera and light it and it'll look better, so yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, no, that's smart. That's super smart, because I've been using the same cameras. I have the same 2 cameras I've been using for almost the entire time. I had one camera before I got the C920, but the lighting makes the whole difference, because if you're even these cameras are great. They have great software in them, right? Mm-hmm. But what they don't have is I shouldn't say what they don't have. If you require the software to do all the work, then your computer is overworking.
Yeah.
And then you have issues with the internet, and you have issues with, the software that you're using to put out there, like OBS or something. And so all that just compounds on top of each other. So the least amount of software you can use to get your image and your sound out there is the best. And if you use good lighting, you've limited the amount of software you're having to use.
Yeah, I agree. Limiting software is very good. That's why I love the hardware, the Stream Deck, the external mixer, and splitting it to 2 systems allows me to, I run NDI so that I can run show web pages or videos off of the one system and just have my encoder on the other system, right?
That's smart.
Plus having a 300 gigabyte connection helps, because then I can run. I run my streams at 12,000 megabytes a second, so on ultra low latency.
Crossed over into a whole new world, huh? You're just like, oh no,
yeah, it's good. I get true 1080 60, so it's cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So here's my question. Here's my biggest question I got for you after seeing that setup. What kind of games do you play on those computers, man?
Oh man, so I used to be a big gamer. I did. And I have lots of games. I still buy games even, but I rarely get to play them because
I know I was gonna say too busy. I know you're gonna say that. Too busy.
Yeah. The free time I had for games before I use on YouTube now, so it's like having 2 jobs, right? Like when you work full time, yeah. We have 4 kids and 3 of them are really young, and so it's busy. It takes a lot of effort to get it done.
Right, that's right.
But I do have Doom Eternal. I am trying to play Doom Eternal right now, and
Doom Eternal.
I like horror games. I love horror games. There's a game called The Beast Inside. I'm trying to get through right now too. So, but yeah.
Michael this is where Michael goes, shoo, that one.
Oh no, I'm fine. I mean, I'm good with it. I mean, my kids all do it, so I have to. I can kind of keep up. But
yeah, my Steam library. I got so many games in my Steam library. It's just not funny. With all the years it's been on, right? Like, I guess you collect those over time. But
we'll have to have a talk off air about my Steam library.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about it publicly though, because I don't want people to laugh at me. So anyway,
there you go. Well, we're going to. I'm going to start wrapping this up here in a couple seconds. I'm going to ask you a couple more things, just because I want to get some stuff. There you go. I like Flight Simulator. Jim says. Yeah, solitaire is pretty good, right? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But and then we'll have you chat with our some of our community members. We always set up afterward in the Tinkering with Tech community. We always invite people into a Zoom, and anybody that's interested in the Tinkering with Tech community, we have a website, tinkeringwithtech.net. Go check it out. That's the public site, and if you want to sign up, you can always come in. Oh yeah, that way. There you go. Heather's pointing to the QR code. You can click the QR code in the top right corner, take you right there from your phone. Love to see some people join. It's a great community, and you get to talk to our guests afterward, and that's what we're going to do today. Now, I'm going to wrap this up, but I want to ask you a couple things. So when you do a setup like this, how many cameras do you actually have, or do you move cameras?
I have,
or both.
Well,
or both.
Sort of both, yeah. I do this with 3 cameras, and when I do set it up properly, I don't have to move them. I can do. I just have one camera facing down on the whiteboard or the craft mat.
That's the Brio.
One at me. That's the Brio. Yep. And then one facing me while I'm at the whiteboard, and then this one when I'm here.
Oh,
so I don't use the green screen. I only use the green screen for thumbnail photos. That's it. Or like overlay videos, or little effects or whatever.
The add-on, the add-on ones like you did with the super chat thing. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so 3 cameras. That's pretty cool. And you mentioned, I think, in the green room, and I think you mentioned it too. You have 2 microphones. 2 microphones, yes. Both of them are the same.
No,
mics?
The Rode NT1A and the Audio Technica AT2020 and I'm running a Behringer X1204 USB mixer.
Okay.
So I upgraded from the Focusrite. I started with the Focusrite,
right.
This microphone, but I didn't have. I had to add software like the Voice Meter Banana, and it was too complicated for me. So I like the manual hardware wise. So I just figured out how to do it all with the hardware and the wiring.
and you bring all of that in through USB, right? That board comes into your USB and into a USB port.
Straight into vMix through USB, and yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. And then as far as everything else, I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything else. That is really quite cool. That was awesome sharing us one thing is really cool too is like the construction lights that you used and things like that. Some people think they've got to get these big fancy whatever kind of lights, but by you putting that sheet over rainbowed like that, that's what I call it.
Yep.
Or the loop, that just, I mean, it disperses the light, but also takes away the glare. That's a great idea. I mean, it really is a cool idea, because some people have basements with fluorescent lights, me included.
Yeah.
So a lot of times those fluorescent lights give a lot of glare. Whereas if you had that looping cloth like that, I mean, seriously, hopefully by everybody that watched today, they're going to get something out of this.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And learn a little bit. Yeah.
You can buy these diffusion blankets for like they're probably only $5 at US. I paid like maybe $14.99 for it or something, like in Canadian money. So,
gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's great stuff. Hopefully some people got some ideas, got some stuff. We learned a lot today. We learned about lighting, how important it is. We learned about sound, how important it is. Really, those first 2 things. Once you get all that, then you go from there. Then your cameras and all that other kind of stuff. Because like Heather and I both, we're using a C920 or C922, which you can't even buy right now without paying.
Not without $500,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to invest half that, I mean, that's half the price of a really, really decent camera. So you might as well go ahead and get one, but then you got to get, the capture cards and all that kind of stuff. So there's so much to it, but start out with a webcam. But get good lighting and have good sound. I think it will help you a lot. Dude, you've been very helpful. And I think I really do appreciate you showing it off, because I love watching you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I love learning some of the stuff and some of the cool stuff you do out there for people, and it's really neat. Chris also has a Discord channel. It's pretty freaking awesome too. He has a lot of cool stuff. And I'm in construction, so I can kind of relate. So I do watch some of it and look at some of it. So but I know that's not going to be for everybody. I get it, but it's really cool. I mean, you have a lot of good discussion on there, and some of the guys in there are really funny.
Yeah, they're
really funny. I mean, some of the stuff that they say and stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's a really nice, good community.
I was just gonna say, this is one of my favorite types of shows, is when we get to see behind the scenes, but also getting to meet the guy in charge of a really neat community like your Discord is. So it's awesome. That's awesome, Chris. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, hey, my pleasure, guys. Thank you for having me. Yeah, like same for you too, Mike. I've been watching you too for years, so done game nights and everything. So right on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll have to get you back on game night a couple times here and get you back into that too. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. All right, gang. Hey, listen, community members, we will see you over in the backstage pass. Chris, you stick around after I shut down, and we'll get you the link over to the Zoom to go over there. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. If you're rewatching this, be sure to check out the Tinkering with Tech website, because it'll have the replay video, be the latest video up there and all that kind of stuff. And it's just good stuff. And we thank everybody that watches. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it. And Chris, once again, thank you. And we'll see you in a little bit. Bye, everybody.